All right, so recording has started. So if you notice, the installation I started yesterday, I just started like after the class, I didn't do it, so I just did it now. So when you are installing Microsoft Office, this is how you get it. So once this is done now, all these sheets you can see here, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, OneNote, and the rest, there are lots. They're all going to come in with on this computer. Just this one installation is going to bring everything. So let's minimize that for now. So today, I want us to talk about SharePoint. I want us to talk about SharePoint. I would like to ask a question before I go into the SharePoint Admin Center. Can anybody just explain briefly what they think SharePoint is? Anybody? You can just raise up your hand if you are interested in saying what you know. Okay, Michael.
So, I think SharePoint is a platform where people share documents, files, and it allows this sort of collaborative sharing. Like you can share a file that multiple people will have access to. You can share a file with a group, stuff like that.
Okay, thank you very much. You're correct. Who else is interested in saying what they know about SharePoint? Nobody? Okay. All right. So as I explained previously, SharePoint is a cloud storage, all right, where files are kept for the whole organization. So it's like a collaborative space and also a cloud storage space for an organization. So like I explained previously also, we have OneDrive. It's also a storage space, but OneDrive is your personal storage space, while the SharePoint is like the storage space of the organization. All right. So like I said, you could have your own desk in an organization where you have like your drawer. So see the drawer now as your own OneDrive. But now when you go to like a shelf where every other person is keeping the files in it, like there's a very big shelf. That shelf now, accounting keep their own files in it. Um, People in IT also keep their files in it. That is what SharePoint looks like. All right, so it's like for the whole organization. Now, who manages the SharePoint? It's called the SharePoint administrator. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'll be showing you around the SharePoint admin and how the SharePoint is like more preferable to OneDrive, because some people use OneDrive to share files and all that. But there are a lot of things you cannot do on OneDrive that you can do on SharePoint. All right, you can manage security, you can give you can manage the permission levels very well on SharePoint. You can create new permission levels. You can't do all that on OneDrive because OneDrive is like already has its own default permission. But SharePoint, you can actually create all this. So let's go to the SharePoint Admin Center. So on the left here, for you to manage anything that concerns SharePoint, you click on SharePoint. It's going to take you to the SharePoint admin portal. Okay. All right. So this is the SharePoint admin center. Now, uh, there is something called sites. So sites are actually where you keep those files and you also collaborate. So see site as like your like a different cabinet. Let's say you are a company now, you have plenty cabinets. They are all for the company, but there are plenty. That's how the site looks like. So let's say they have different floors. People that are on floor one keep their files on floor one. People that are on floor two keep it on floor two. They all have cabinets. Okay. So that's how the site works. I'm going to show it to you. Now you can, if I click on active site here, you will see they've created different sites, right? Inside each site now, there are files. I can create new files. There are existing files. I can add people that I want them to have access to the files. Depend on the asset they need, right? So we have different publisher level. We have the edit, we have full control, we have view only. All right. So view only means you can only see it, but you cannot like edit it. Permission means you can see it, you can edit it. While full control means you are giving full control as an owner of the file. So people who usually have full control are the site admin or site owner. So those are the people that actually have full control. Now, when you delete a site, they go to deleted sites, as you see here. So a site gets deleted, it comes here, it can be restored. You have up to 93 days to restore a file, be it SharePoint or OneDrive, right? Now, when you come to policies, this is where you manage anything that concerns sharing policy. So what do I mean by sharing policy? If you look here very well, definitely if you want to share something, it's either you share it internally or externally. So looking here, you see what they call anyone. If you put OneDrive on anyone or SharePoint on anyone, it means that when you share a link, right, as anyone, anybody that has access to that link don't need to like sign in. They don't need password. They don't need any account. You understand? They don't need any account. Now, when you bring it to new and existing guests, it means that people who you give access to these files, they are new, but they need to authenticate. When I mean authenticate, if you don't give me the like, if you set the file now to my email, which is a Gmail, it is only I that will be able to access it. I need to authenticate to prove that it is me. You understand? I'll have to put a code from my email account because every other person that's not that person that you set it to, it's not work. I will show you how it works. Existing guest, obviously, it means only people that are already existing. So you cannot share to a new person, all right? As far as they're external, you cannot share to a new person. And this one, it means that only people in your organization, those are the people you can share files with. If you try to share files outside, you get that error. Okay. So when you come here, like I said, the safety here, if you do view only people in your organization, it's going to affect SharePoint. SharePoint and OneDrive configuration, they are different. Okay. So whatever I choose on OneDrive affects OneDrive. Whatever I choose on SharePoint affects SharePoint. So if you come further down, you see external sharing, more external sharing. Now, if you read this very well, you see limit external sharing by domain. What does that mean? It means that I want to only be able to how to like allow people in this organization to share only to this domain. So whichever domain you list here are the domains that they can share to. All right. So it's like creating um a policy that say, okay, don't allow external to access these files except they are google.com or yahoo.com. Do you understand? So if you uncheck this now, it's not going to happen like that. Only if you check that. So if you check this, allow guests to share files they don't own. It means that if you share a file now, I can reshare to somebody. Okay. Here, I can decide the expiry date of my OneDrive link. So if I share a link now, be it um anyone with the link, as far as I share it, after 60 days, it gets expired. Now, I can increase it, I can reduce it. You can see enter a number up to 730 days. So let's say I say, okay, after 100 days, that link should expire. Once it gets to 100 days, 101, the link will stop working. They will not be able to access that file again, right? Now, that's what this one does. So if you come down, so this is also, they said choose the type of link that is selected by default. What does that mean? It means that when you want to share a file, what will be the default? You can actually switch between them, but which one will it be on first? All right. So most times we used to do anyone with the link. So what I'm explaining now, I will show it to you. I just want you to see how this works. So this also is also for link, but this is for SharePoint. The other one we did at the top is for OneDrive. As you can see, gets access to OneDrive or site. So here too, you can configure this one also. What else? Let's scroll down. Basically, there's not much here, but this is exactly what configures or determine the sharing policy. Okay. So if you come to settings here, this is like organization wide policy. So whatever you do here affects the whole organization. It's called org wide policy. All right. So for instance, if you come to um let's say OneDrive, if you click on sync now, see what it says. Show the sync button on OneDrive website. If you uncheck this now, it means that everybody in the organization, their sync button will be disabled for everybody, right? So they say allow syncing on computers joining to specific domain. So that is if like if your computer is like Intune managed or domain joined, that's where this option can apply. Okay, so you can see block upload of specific file types. So if you choose this now, you will list the type of files. You just type PDF, um, Excel, whatever you type, it's going to block it for everybody in the organization. That's why it's called org wide setting. I hope I'm making sense. I hope I'm making sense. You guys should respond
Yes,
so that I know that you guys are following. Okay. Now, if you come here now, storage limits. When you give a user a license, It comes with 1 TB. That's OneDrive. Can somebody tell me what subscription gives you access to OneDrive? Can anybody tell me what subscription gives you access to OneDrive? Anybody?
Any subscription?
What subscription gives you access
No?
to OneDrive?
Hello,
Yeah, if you want to talk, just raise your hand so that I'll
can you hear
know.
me?
Who is speaking?
Okay.
Okay, Chris, you can go ahead.
Yeah, any subscription gives access to.
Okay, thank you. Any other person want to try?
Yeah. Do you even need a subscription to have access to OneDrive? I don't think you do.
Yes, you do.
I think as a user, okay. I thought
Yes,
as
you
a
do.
user you can have access to OneDrive as well.
All right. So now I think that's what we should even talk about first before we start going into all this. For user to access OneDrive, I told you we have basic, we have standard, we have premium. Now these subscriptions, they come with Microsoft suites, right? What do I mean by suite? They come with subscriptions that give you access to Microsoft products. If you get basic or standard or whichever subscription, they come with Exchange, which is the subscription that gives you access to emails, Outlook. Do you understand? They come with SharePoint, which gives you access to OneDrive. So the subscription that gives you access to OneDrive is called SharePoint. It's called SharePoint. Now let me show it to you. This is the user, right? So let me select any user here. This user has Microsoft 365 E5. So if I click here, if I click here, if I go to licenses and apps, this is the subscription this user have, right? Now, because this subscription is an enterprise subscription, it comes with all the Office suite. When you come down, you are going to see the apps that is available. So if you come here, you should see SharePoint. So let's look for SharePoint. Can you see SharePoint? Now, if I uncheck this SharePoint now, the user will not have access to OneDrive. So the subscription that gives you access to OneDrive is called SharePoint. SharePoint Plan 1 or Plan 2. Now, what is the difference between Plan 1 and Plan 2? Plan 1 gives you access to 1 TB, but Plan 2 gives you access to 5 TB, which you can later expand to 25 TB after you have used 90% of that 5 TB. Now, the reason why you see Plan 2 here is because it's an enterprise license. Normally, if you have business standard, it's Plan 1 that comes with it. Now, the same way you have SharePoint plan, we should look for Exchange. Exchange is the one that gives you access to emails. So let me show it to you. So you see Exchange. So if I should check this now, even though I assign license to you, you will not be able to access emails because I'll check the Exchange license. So the Exchange is what give you access to emails, right? Same thing with Teams. This subscription does not have Teams, right? It does not have Teams. That's why you see no Teams. So let's say, so here, if you come to OneDrive, If you go to OneDrive, so this is OneDrive has no provision, right? But it's supposed to have provision. Now, this is an issue which you as an admin should be able to resolve because I've given it license now. I've given this user license like 1 week now, if not more than. And OneDrive is supposed to provision. Immediately you give a license. So this is something an admin should be able to resolve, right? So let's go to a different user. Let's go to a different user. So if I click on OneDrive, this one also. Let's look for a user that his own is provision. Okay. So this user now, you can see the user's OneDrive is provision. Okay. So here, the user has 1 TB by default. But because this user has SharePoint plan too, we should be able to increase it up to 5 TB. Do you understand? So because you have plan 2, you'll be able to increase it up to 25 TB, right? But you first increase it to 5 TB. Then when you use that 90%, you'll be triggered to increase it to 25 TB. I don't know if that's making sense. Now let me show you. This is now as plan 2. So if I choose here, this is org setting. Org setting is 1024, which means 1 TB. And I've told you, whatever you set up for the organization, this side affects everybody. So look at the limit now. The limit here is set to 1024, which is 1 TB. So if we want to increase now for this user, we will not be able to increase more than 1 TB because the organization policy is set to 1 TB. So the only way we can increase that user's storage to 5 TB is if we increase the organization storage. So I'll save it. If you come here, you see that it's 1 TB. If I refresh this, we are supposed to see this as 5 now. Let me refresh it. So we're supposed to see that as 5 because we have increased the organization settings, so you can see. So now that we have increased the organization settings to 5 TB, we will now be able to increase. So it's either you select same as organization settings, that is if you want that exact 5 TB, or you just want to increase it by, let's say, a few terabytes, but the maximum you can go is 5 TB. So I can decide it's 3 TB I want. All right, I can decide it's 3 TB. If I decide this one now, you will see my own storage will increase to 3 TB. You can see. So whatever I set up will affect the user's storage. I'll put up these cases. Do you guys understand? So if you have,
Sorry,
okay, you want to ask a question.
yes, I don't understand. I
You don't
don't
understand.
maybe understand actually. How you got to the users, got to the storage. Because they have been on SharePoint settings since. So how you maneuvered between the users and then what do you call it now? Editing your storage that affects
Okay,
the users.
okay,
Please,
now
can you
listen to
go?
me. Yeah, listen to me. I'm trying to pass you a message first, right? I'm trying to explain what gives you access to OneDrive. Do you understand?
Yes,
If you
yes,
listen to what I said, I said what subscription gives you access to OneDrive? Can you answer me?
Oh, you said what subscription gives us access? I know
To
you
OneDrive.
mentioned basic, mentioned premium.
No, I mentioned those, but I specifically mentioned a subscription that gives you access to OneDrive. What is that subscription?
I heard that one.
Can
Sorry.
somebody else help her, please?
SharePoint.
Good,
SharePoint Plan 1 or Plan 2.
good,
Thank you. So that's
good.
even what the question is confused. Where, how do you identify plan one and plan two?
Now that's what I've tried to explain to you.
Thank you.
If
Yeah,
you
so I
assign,
think,
okay,
yeah,
you want to say
sorry. I
something?
think you mentioned Plan 1 is 1 terabyte in space for the entire organization, and Plan 2 is 5 terabyte. That's how we know the
Okay,
difference.
all right. So now, like I said, if I assign you a basic license, a business basic, business basic gives you access to only application on the web.
Yeah.
That basic license now comes with Exchange, SharePoint, whatever it is. Now, the subscription that gives you access to emails on that subscription now, because the whole suite is in that subscription. What gives you
Okay.
access to email in that subscription now is called Exchange.
Understand.
Yes, the subscription you bought, right, is basic or standard. But the subscription that gives you access to that particular product is called Exchange. The one that gives you access to your SharePoint or OneDrive is called SharePoint. So all the subscription now were added together in one subscription. So here now we have basic, standard, we have premium and enterprise. Now basic, standard, premium, by default they have SharePoint plan 1, which gives you 1 terabyte. So if you buy basic, standard or premium now and you assign it to your users, they will only have access to 1 terabyte of data, of storage, I mean. But if you buy an enterprise license, they'll have SharePoint Cloud 2, which is what I gave everybody here. Everybody here has SharePoint Cloud 2. SharePoint Cloud 2 gives you the ability to increase your storage from 1 terabyte to 5 terabytes. When you use up the 5 terabytes up to 90%, you'll be able to increase it up to 25 terabytes. Is what I'm saying now. Is it clearer?
Yes, I'm getting you now.
Now, so like I said, let me now use that user again. If I click on this user now, let's click on this user now. This particular user, you'll notice that the subscription I gave the user is not a basic, it's not a standard, it's not a premium, it's not enterprise. It's Teams, right?
Okay.
So hold on. Okay. So this is what I gave the user. Teams Enterprise. With this now, this user is still able to access OneDrive, but there will be limitations. There will be limitations. What there be limitation? You will not be able to share files on Teams. You will not be able to integrate OneDrive with a lot of application, right? And again, the reason why this even published in the first place, this OneDrive, the reason why like it published in the first place was because I gave it the license before and later removed it and gave to somebody else because of the training purpose. But here, if you look at itself, it's giving 10 gig, which is not supposed to be so. It's supposed to be 1 terabyte if you have a basic or standard license. Okay. If you come here now, this particular user, because of the license you gave him, if he has access to OneDrive, this license, we should see SharePoint order here. Okay. So you will notice that there's no SharePoint. There's no SharePoint. So let me use another user again. Let's say, okay, this one is all licensed. So what I'm trying to explain to you now is the license that determine what you have. So this user now does not have a license at all. If you go to apps, you see 0. It means that the user should not be able to access email because it doesn't have Exchange Online. Then the user should not be able to access SharePoint because it doesn't have SharePoint Plan 1. Okay. Now, because you're able to buy Business Basic and Business Standard, doesn't mean you cannot buy SharePoint Plan 1 alone. I can come now and say, okay, the only subscription I need is SharePoint Plan 1. I don't need basic or standard. I don't need Word, I don't need Excel, I don't need emails, I just need SharePoint Plan 1. You can just buy that one stand alone license. They call it stand alone. So let me show you. Let's go to marketplace here. So if you go to marketplace now, so if you go to all products, so here now, if you buy a business basic, you can see this is business basic, this is business basic, this is business premium. Now these subscriptions now, what did they give you? They give you access to all Office suite, but I can decide to buy only standalone. What they call standalone. As you can see, this is Exchange Plan 1. It means that you know when you buy basic, Exchange Plan 1 is inside, SharePoint is inside. The one that give you access to Teams is inside. Do you understand? The one that gives you access to Word, Excel, which is called Apps for Business, is inside. But you can decide you want to buy only Exchange. You can decide you want to buy only SharePoint. So let me show you. So I'm searching for SharePoint now. So you can see we have SharePoint Plan 1 and SharePoint Plan 2. So I can decide I want to buy only this one, which gives me access to 1 terabyte. Or I can decide to buy this one, which gives me access to 5 terabytes. Am I clear now? Or are you still confused?
Oh no, I'm gradually getting a
No, no, no. Are you clear? Do you understand?
Yes, yes, I am.
If you
Thank
don't
you.
understand, don't just say you don't understand. I'll tell me what you don't understand. Now we are talking
No,
about subscription.
yes,
Because if you don't know the subscription that gives you access to these things, you've not even started. You need to first know what gives you access to them before you start using them. So are we clear now on the subscription that gives you
yes,
access to OneDrive?
yes.
Okay, good.
Another thing that was Okay, maybe I shall let you continue. Maybe you touch it. Another
Okay.
thing that was confusing was how you were able to increase the users what do you call it, the storage limit.
You will come there. All right. So now, if you want to increase the user storage, that's why you're an admin. To do that, you go to users, active users. I'm doing it now. So please open your eye and see what I'm doing
Maybe
now. Okay.
following your mind.
So now I go to a user that has a license. Let me use myself. If I go to this user now, I click on the name. When I click on the name, I'll go to OneDrive, right? As you can see, I have storage showing up at the right hand corner.
Okay,
If I want to increase it, you click on edit,
okay, okay.
right? Now
Oh yeah.
the only time I can increase this from 1 TB to whatever number is if I have SharePoint Plan 2,
Okay.
right? But if I don't have SharePoint Plan 2, the highest I can increase it to is 1 TB. But SharePoint Plan 2 gives you access to increase it up to 5 TB. That is why you see this user now is 1 TB. I can increase it to 5 TB, right? I can increase it to 5 TB. How will I increase it? Because the organization settings is set to 5 TB, I can choose this one. By default, it will go to 5 TB. If I click save now, I should see 5 TB. Okay. So now I think I know why this does not change. I told you the license that gives you access to 5 TB is enterprise
Yeah,
license. But
yeah.
my own, I don't have enterprise license. I gave myself business premium. Our business premium gives you access to SharePoint Plan 1. So if we come down here now, if we click on apps, I should see SharePoint Plan 1, not Plan 2, because I don't have enterprise. Can you see?
Yes, yes.
So I will not be able to increase up to 5 TB. The highest I can go is 1. So let's say for instance now, this SharePoint Plan 1 now, the 1 TB has full and I need more storage. What do? I have to go and buy SharePoint Plan 2. Once I buy SharePoint Plan 2, I'll be able to increase it up to 5 TB. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. So that's for the subscription. So let's go back to what I was explaining. So whatever you like set up here affects the whole organization, right? Now we have two types of sites. When you are creating a site, we have two types of sites. We have the team site and communication site. These two sites, they do the same thing, but the difference is that you can integrate thieves to one while you cannot to the other one. So if you look at here now, you realize that this one has a team logo. That shows you that it's a team site. Why this one are communication? I'll show you the difference and why. Why the Thieves one is more like advisable to use than communication, right? So before I show you that, look at the right top corner here. You will see what they call storage space for the SharePoint site. Now, every organization, as long as it's a subscription, even if it's one business basic you buy, you are entitled to 1 terabyte of storage for your SharePoint. That is different from your OneDrive storage. Now, this SharePoint storage now can be shared according to your how many sites you use. Let's say, for instance, now you have storage of 1 terabyte and you have 10 sites. You can decide how many storage you want to share to each site. You can decide, okay, let one site take 800 gig, while the remaining share the remaining 200. You can decide, let each site take 200. You can also decide that the site with the highest um load or data should take the storage. So it doesn't matter as far as the site is getting data, anyone should carry the storage, the highest storage, right? So that's for the storage. Default is 1 terabyte. It doesn't matter which subscription you buy. If you like buy premium, if you like buy enterprise, it will be give you 1 terabyte. So that 1 terabyte now is what will determine like how you store files on SharePoint. You don't pay for it. It's free. Now, if this 1 terabyte now get full, that's where another subscription comes in. That subscription is called extra file storage. That subscription is called extra file storage. Now, the difference between the SharePoint and extra file storage. SharePoint is for personal, like it's your individual storage, while extra file storage is assigned to SharePoint site, right? I hope you guys are understanding. The storage of SharePoint is different from the storage of OneDrive. OneDrive is your personal storage. SharePoint is the shared one. Now, if the shared one is full, you buy extra file storage. But if your OneDrive is full, you buy SharePoint plan 2. Does that make sense? Before I continue, I bet you guys are confused. Can you guys respond?
Hello,
Yeah,
you first say
yeah.
SharePoint is personal. Before you now say OneDrive is personal. Sure, you understand. And you say the extra file storage is assigned to SharePoint site. Can you please repeat that part?
Now I'll come again.
Okay.
The subscription assigned to a user that gives you access to OneDrive is called SharePoint Plan 1 or 2. Are you hearing me? The subscription
Yes.
assigned to a user is called SharePoint Plan 1 or 2. That's what gives you access to OneDrive. Now, if you have SharePoint site is different from OneDrive. If your storage is full on a SharePoint site, the subscription you are going to buy to get more storage is not SharePoint Plan 2 or Plan 1. It's called extra file storage. Are you getting me? If
Yes,
you have,
I'm getting you.
you can write it down so that you don't get confused. To increase the storage of OneDrive, we need SharePoint Plan 1 or 2. if you want to increase storage of a SharePoint site, you need extra file storage. Let me see if I can see it here so that I show it to you. Or bucket, please. Just hold on. So let's search for extra file storage. Mhm. Okay, so it's not showing here because this is the developer tenant. It's not showing here. But don't worry, I'll try to get you a screenshot of it from a business tenant so that you see the subscription. It's called extra file storage. I think if you Google itself, you should see it. Let's see. So as you can see, add more SharePoint storage to your subscription. You can use Office 365 extra file storage. Do you understand? So for
Yes.
SharePoint, to increase the storage, you buy extra file storage.
Storage.
But to increase your storage for OneDrive, you did SharePoint Plan 1 or 2.
So
All right.
now I
So
get it.
all right. So now,
Thank you.
yeah. So now let me show you how to create a site where you keep files and share files, right? So if you want to create a site now, you click on active site, then you click on create. Now when you want to create, the first thing they will ask you, what type of site do you want? Do you want communication or team? Right? Now let's create team site first. So you have different templates of how you want. Sorry, my computer went to sleep. I don't know why it's sleeping. Can you see my screen now?
Not yet.
No,
Not yet.
not yet.
No. Okay.
We can see it.
Yes, yes, it's back.
So it seems like some people have question. Fila Wiyo Yanda, you have a question.
Allow your
Okay.
Yes, I was going to ask you how to procure the extra file storage, but you showed us before I got the chance to ask you the question. So it's
Oh,
fine.
okay. So it's the same way you buy subscription. So you go to marketplace, you search for extra file storage. The difference is that you're going to see it under add-on. So we have different categories of subscription. So you see it under add-on subscription. So add-on is like how do I put it? You know when something is government body, like it's not an actual subscription. It's not a subscription that gives you access to Office Suite. It's a subscription that gives you extra features. That's what they call add-on, right? So something that gives you access to extra features is called add-on. So it's not a standalone. Why do I say it's not a standalone? If you buy extra file storage now and you don't have a SharePoint site, how do you want to use it? But if you
Right.
buy SharePoint now, you can use it. You understand? The SharePoint site plan one is the subscription itself that gives you that OneDrive. But extra file storage, if you buy it now, you don't have a SharePoint. What do you want to use it for? That's why it's called an add-on. All right. So
Thank you.
yeah, somebody else wanted to ask question. No hand. So I'll just continue. So let's use the standard one. That's the normal template. So let's use template. So you give the site a name, any name you want. So let's say my business name is F365 Hub. Let's just say this is it. Now they tell you that that site name is available. If somebody else has used that site name before, it should not be available. But since this is available, you can add a description, right? This is for training purposes. Now this is the URL to your site. It's going to end with F365 Hub. So you can add a owner because definitely somebody has to create it. Somebody has to be an owner. So I add myself as owner. Then I click on next. Now, what kind of privacy setting do you want it to be? A public site or private one? Definitely, you make it private because you are using it for your organization. So I can only do it public if let's say as you are doing training now, I can create a public one where I want all of you to be able to access the site. You understand? We are not in the same organization. No. All of you have different tenants. So if I put it private, public now, if I give you a site, you will not get that error. Everybody will be able to access it. Everybody will be able to access the site, right? You choose language. English is fine. Time, any time zone. Yeah, I used to use US or Canada. So I create it. So if you want to add members now, you type their name. So I can use user one.
Oh, sorry, I just followed you now. I'm seeing sensitivity. What's that option for?
Where did you see them?
At the same place you are on now, when I was trying to set the language, set the time zone, there is
Okay.
sensitivity in my
Oh, well, I'll start
what
again.
so what is sensitivity for?
Let's start again. So let me add myself. So where you see it, let me know.
Okay, yours is not having the sensitivity there. I don't know why mine is having it though. It's just above. I don't know if I can snap. It's just above the privacy settings.
All right, don't
There's a
worry. Don't worry. Later you show
options.
it to me because I
Okay,
don't know. Is it a team site you are creating or communication site?
I'm on the same site with you, the Teams site using
Okay.
standard.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. So now let me add members. So I'm going to add user one and user two. So because I've added these two users, right? Whatever it is that I have on this site, automatically they get to see it. Okay. I'll show you something. Which one did I create just now? Okay, let's see the bus. I don't know if it's this one. Okay. All right. So this is the user 1 and user 2 now, right? They'll be able to access this site because I already added them as a member. Okay. So if you look here, you see different members group, right? So we have members. Who are members? If I share you just a file, like if it is just Word file from this site, it's going to make you a member. As long as you have access to a file, you don't need to have access to the whole site. If it's just one Word file, Excel file, as long as you have access to it, you'll be a member, right? Site admin. Site admin are people that me now, I'm the owner. I delegate permission to them so that they can perform admin rights on this site on behalf of me. Now, understand something, right? Because I'm a global admin, doesn't make me an admin of a site. If I'm a global admin and I'm not added as an admin or owner, I'll get an error on that site. Does it make sense what I'm saying? Now, if I open this site now, I'll be able to open it because I'm the owner and I'm the one that created it. But imagine now that another admin created a site. Let's say we are two admin now. You created a site, but you did not give me admin right on that site. I'll not be able to open it. So because I'm a global admin, does not give me power to enter anybody's site anyhow. But I can add myself to any site. Anyone, I can add myself as admin. So the only time I can access the site is if I am an admin. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So now this is the site now. We have opened the site, right? Most times, what people use on this site is mainly documents because they actually created this site for document purpose, right? Now, I'm going to tell you why the Teams site is better than publication site. You see at this site now, if you go to documents, it should be empty. So as you see now, it's empty, right? I can integrate things to it. Can you see? Add a thing. Now, if I should add thing now, it's going to automatically create a team group. It's going to create a team group. Now, what is the teams group? That is for teams. It's a topic that we are going to do when we get to teams. What is the teams group? Teams group is group that are used to collaborate on teams, right? You can create a group just the way you create group for email and distribution of email, like we discussed yesterday. A group on Teams. But this one is not for sending email. It's for chatting, communication on Teams, right? So if you come here now on Teams, if you come to chat, hold on. If you come here now, this is a group. This is a group. This is the group. This is the one I just created now. Can you see? So this group now, this is it here. F365 hub. F365 hub. Now, if I click on it, host a channel. User 1, user 2, I added them to this group, right? Anybody now that is a member of this site will be able to communicate via Teams. So whatever we are saying now is going to be limited to us that we are in the group, right? So the good part now is that if we share a file now to ourselves or that group, it will automatically save on this Teams site, right? So if we share a file now, or we share a folder, it will automatically save on the Teams site. But the communication site now, you cannot integrate Teams with it. I don't know if you're understanding.
Yes,
Do you understand? Do you understand? If you guys don't understand, tell me. So now,
Sorry, uh, hello, sorry, I have a question. Can you hear
okay,
me?
yeah,
Okay, so I want to understand, is this Teams site basically only for Teams, or we can use it to upload document on the, let's say, for example, adding different users, and once we upload a particular document, everybody on that, like they have access to, or are added as user can be able to view it directly, or it's just basically directed to only Teams?
that's exactly what a site does. What you just explained now is what a site does. What you said now is what a site does, right? Now, what I'm explaining is the difference between a team site and a communication site. Do you understand what I'm explaining now?
Yes, yes.
So what you said now is exactly what a site does. But what I'm telling you is the difference between a team site and a communication site. We can share file normally, but you can integrate team with it, right? So that if you are chatting now, if you send a message to me, if I reply you and I share a file, the file will automatically be uploaded here, right? So let me see if I can quickly demonstrate that. Just hold on. So if you go to general here, mm, hold on, come in. So let me share. Let me see if I can share a file. So let me share a Word file from my computer, or let me share this picture. Mm, or let me look for a document. Okay, let me use this one. So if I share it now, So if I post it, now everybody that is on this team is supposed to get this file now, right? You're supposed to get this file. At the same time, this file is supposed to automatically save here. Can you see it? So this is the difference between a team site and a communication site, because you can integrate teams. You understand? So where you are talking now, whatever you share with me, which you will not even know, is backed up on the cloud. So it's going to be backed up on this site. So now let's get back to exactly how to share files or create files on a team site. Now if you look at the right now, there's an option called create or upload, right? If you click here now, they'll ask you, what do you also create? Is it a Word file, Excel, or a folder? Now, if I click on folder now, I can give the folder a name, test folder, create. Now, this is a test folder, right? I want to share this folder now. But before I share it, these three members now, these two members, user one and user two, they already have access to it because they are members of the site. I don't need to start sharing it. So if you're a member of the site, you already have access to it. If I want to share this file now, I'll click on share. If I click on share, I'll put the email if it is external or internal. So if I set to Gmail now, I'll click here, select the permission level, card edit, card view, card download. What does this mean? If I choose this one now, the user can edit and they can download too. If I choose this one, they can only see it. They cannot edit it. They cannot download it. But if I choose this one, they can see it, right? They can edit it, but they cannot download it. That's when I click on send, right? That's one. This one is for links. Let's say the person, you want to give the person link or WhatsApp or wherever. You can come here now and select what permission. You can choose expiry date. Choose what like where the file should expire, right? Once you do that, you click on send. And you can set to multiple people, right? You can set to multiple people. Now, just like we did yesterday, if you want to share a file to like 50 users in a department, what do you do? Can somebody tell me, if you want to share a file, same file to like 50 people in the department, what do you do? Anybody have an idea? Does anybody have an idea? Nobody.
I think you use SharePoint.
Okay. Now, this file now, I don't know if every user one or user two is here. So we can test it out. Or I just use my Gmail. Let me use my Gmail. Let me use my Gmail. everywhere general. So to share a file here, once you share it, the user receive an email. What is the email? The email is for you to authenticate if you are external, right? Only if they give you anyone with the link, right? So now I want us to try something. Let's go to the sharing policy. Let's go to the sharing policy. I want to make sure that all policies are set up to anyone with the link. All right. So hold on. Active site, M365. Okay. Settle. Hold on. I hope you guys are understanding because I don't want to rush you. I don't want to rush you. I want you to understand exactly what I'm doing. Right. So I'll put this one on anyone. So let's refresh. So I want to show you what happens when I share a file with anyone, right? So if I share a file now, I like put this file on anyone, right? I go back. If I copy this link now, what should happen when it's on anyone with the link? You don't need an account to access it. So if I paste it here now, if I hit enter, I should be able to access that site without logging in or anything. So let's test it out. I should be able to access that site without any account normally, right? So let's try that again. I think it's still catching. So this one should be on anyone. Then apply. Okay. So copy link. So if I share a file, let's say I want to share this link now to all of you. Let's say you guys are 100. You guys are too much. I don't really care about privacy of the file. I just want all of you to access it. I can give all of you this link and you'll be able to access it without me, like without logging in. So if I click on OK now, you see that the site open. I don't have to log in. I don't have to like authenticate or anything. That is what anyone with the link does. If I create a folder here now or file, I should see it in the actual site. So anyone that has access to this link, they'll be able to like do something. So can you see that this is the main site, right? So let me paste this link now on your chat. I want all of you to try and access it and tell me if you're able to. Let's go to chat. Oh, I'm going to the wrong chat. So I'll paste the link now. Try and access it and tell me if you're able to access it. Add something, create a file. Then let's see if it appears here. So this is me now sharing you guys a link so that we can collaborate together. So I want you guys to click on it, make a change, add new folder, or upload something. I want to see it on my end. I hope you guys are doing that. Okay. So create something, upload something. Just do it. I want to see.
Yeah, I'm uploading something.
Okay. All right. So as you guys can see now, everything you are putting, I can see them. So this is one permission level called anyone with the link. Now let's go to the second one. If I come here now, and I change this one, sharing policy, and I change it to only people in your organization, and I save it. What do you think will happen? Can somebody tell me? What do you think will happen now that I like put it on only people in your organization? What do you think will happen if I try to share a file externally? Okay, Ibika.
All right. So, well, it will be only those that have the access to the company that will be able to access it.
That's correct. That's correct. So now that is on only people in your organization. Let's try to share a file again and let's see. So this time I'm going to use a new one, right? So let's try to share. Let's create a new one. So I'll create a new folder. I'll say sharing new and create. So if I try to share this folder now, so an external. So let's choose this one, Gmail. You can see the error. You can only share within your organization. That is because of the configuration I put on the org level. Remember, I said org level affects the whole organization, right? So now let's put it on existing, new, and existing. Let's see what happens. Can somebody give you their Gmail? Maybe like 2 people. So if you have a Gmail or any other, okay, okay. So I have 2 already. Now what do I want to do? I want to send these 2 files at the same time, just like we did yesterday, right? Just like we did yesterday. I'll have to first of all invite these users as guests because they are external. I'll have to invite them as a guest before they can collaborate in the organization, right? But let me first try to share you a file. So let's share the first person. So this outside the organization, continue. Let me choose the second person. Let me choose the second person. So this is the second person, right? So I'll give you edit permission. Now click on send. So if you're going to tell me if you got an invite to access this site, tell me. So you check your inbox. So if you got it, just tell me. Speak up, just speak up.
I'm yet to. I'm yet to see.
Okay. What about Emmanuel?
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet. Okay, good. So let me do something. Let me invite you as guest users. Then we see what happens. I'll add you as guest user. Now, what's the guest user? A guest user is someone that is outside the organization, but you want them to collaborate with your own organization. That's what a guest user is. So I'll set two of you now and invite. So just hold on. I hope you see what I'm doing. To invite a guest user, from here, other users, click on guest user, then add a guest user. So it takes me here. So I invite user. So I give you the name, Emmanuel, email address. No, that's not Emmanuel. Let me copy Emmanuel. Okay. So here, I'll just will test invite. So Emmanuel, tell me if you got it or not. I'm going to do it for the other user also. So I'm going to invite the second person. So did you guys get it? You can check your spam. So did you get it?
I haven't seen anything yet.
You have not seen anything. Okay.
Oh,
I think it's maybe it's
I've
Gmail.
gotten it. I've gotten it in spam.
Okay.
okay, it's in
So that okay, so
Even the
you're going
common
to
one too is in spam.
okay.
So I'll just
Good.
move it to inbox one.
Okay.
okay, yes.
So
It's fine.
okay, good. So the first thing I said to you, which is the file I said to you, when you click on that file, it's going to do this other action that I just created now. So it's going to automatically make you a guest user. As soon as you authenticate, it's going to add you as a guest user. So what is the authentication? It's going to ask you to confirm your Gmail. It's going to ask you to put the code you see your Gmail. Once you do that, you are automatically a guest user. Then you'll be able to access the files. So do that, let us know.
Okay.
So let me know if you access the file.
So the email we are using is the email you used to, right?
Yeah, so can one of you share your screen? I want all of you to share your screen. Emmanuel, please share your
Because I'm
screen.
using my
You better share your screen so that we can see exactly what you're doing. Okay. Okay.
So which I'm using the Gmail, right?
Yes. You put in your Gmail. Open. All right. So you put your Gmail account. You click on next.
asking
Yes. So
for a
click
code.
on yes. Put your Gmail.
So which code will you use to get a code to
The
sign
code
in?
should be your Gmail. Click on get a code to sign in. You get the code in your Gmail.
Okay.
All right. Click on accept. That means you are accepted to be a guest. Click on next. So you need to set up your authenticator. If you're with your phone, do the exact thing you did when I gave you an account. Scan the barcode. So what is this? This is a shared permission to protect your files, right? The first time we did anyone with the link, nobody needed to like use authentication or not. But when you put it on new and existing user, it means that we can share to the new people, but they need to authenticate. So if it is another person now that try to access the link, it will not work for them.
Or for a passkey.
What passkey?
What is that thing?
All right, just hold on. Let Emmanuel finish. All right, click on done. So what you notice now is that Emmanuel's Gmail now has my domain, right? You see Emmanuel ext means external with my domain. So you can see now, you can access the folder. You can see that you can access the site now.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that is how new and existing users work. You have to authenticate. So you can create file, upload file, because I gave you the edit permission,
Mm.
right? So
Yeah.
let the other person to share a screen.
And let me stop sharing.
Okay. So Ibado, you can try to add something to the site.
Okay. All right, I'll do that now.
So the other person share your screen. Do you know how to share your screen? Okay, I think she doesn't know how to share. Let me just continue. Can you guys see my whole screen now? Can you guys see my screen now? Okay. Now, I shared this to Emmanuel. So this is what Emmanuel just added, right? So when I give edit permission, you'll be able to do this. Add files, remove files, But if I give you view only, you only be able to see. You will not be able to delete. You will not be able to edit. All you can do is view, right? If I want to add other members now, all I need to do is just come here, add member. Then I look for user 3, user 4, user 4, and save. Now I've added more users. So what I want you guys to notice is that when I shared a file, a folder to that Gmail, Emmanuel's own, Emmanuel was only able to access that particular folder. He was not able to access the whole file. What do I mean? If you come to documents, we have 3 folders, but Emmanuel was able to access only this one, right? Even the other time, when I gave you guys the link, you realize that you're only able to access this folder. What does that mean? That is because you already shared that particular folder. You are a member, you have access to only that particular folder. Does that make sense? So let's say you guys are your organization now. You want to share folders, but you want that person to have access to only that particular folder or file. What do? You have to go to that specific folder, share that file from that particular folder, right? I want you guys to tell me you are following. Are you guys following?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Good. Now, I also want to ask you something. How do you share the whole site to somebody that is not in the organization? Because if you come here now, you realize that it's only showing people that are in the organization. Like if I search for my Gmail now, it cannot show me. So if you want to share a file to somebody that is outside of your organization, like you want to share the whole site, you don't now user 1, user 2, user 3, and user 4. They will be able to see all these folders because I added them to the site. I did not share them one folder. So they'll be able to access all the files. If I want to do this for external, somebody that is not in the organization, this is how you achieve it. You come here.
Just a moment. Sorry to interject. We stopped seeing your screen.
Oh,
Exactly.
sorry.
I think that has been for like a minute 30 seconds now.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Can you see it now?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Okay. So as I was saying, if you check here now, user 1, user 2, user 3, user 4, they are part of my organization. So because I added them to this site, they'll be able to view everything that is on this site. I did not share them, maybe just one folder or one file. So they'll be able to see everything. What if I want to allow maybe like Emmanuel that is using Gmail. What if I want to allow Emmanuel to see the whole site? How do I do it? This is how you do it. You come here, you click on site permission. When you click on site permission, you click on advanced permission setting. So here now, you see on the left, grant permission. So when I grant permission, I can put the Gmail, the external. So when I share it from here, the external will be able to access the whole site, right? So if I put Emmanuel email here now, and I put permission level, edit, full control, or read only, that's the same as view only. So let's say I choose edit now. If I share this, that user will be able to access the whole of the site. Does that make sense? So this particular page you are seeing now, I don't want us to dive into it today because there's a lot to do here. There's a lot to do here. So we are going to do more. But for today, I don't want to rush you guys at all. My aim is to make sure you understand. So I want to ask a question. So I said, if you want somebody in your if you want somebody in your organization to have access to just one folder, what do you do? Can somebody answer that? Michael.
You can share that individual folder.
Okay.
And you can do that by clicking on the folder or double tapping and clicking on share.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you put the email, choose the permission you want to give the user, and then you share. That's for a particular file or folder. So let's say you want to do it for a file. You know, this is a folder now. These are folders. This is a file. If I want to do this, I can do it for that file too. Let's say I just want that user to have access to only this file. I'll do the same thing. I'll come to share on that file and perform the same action. So I said, if you want to share a file externally and you want the person to access the whole site, how do you achieve that? Can somebody tell me? If you want to external somebody to access the whole site, it's only by we have here. You guys should show me that you're understanding now.
We'll give site permission. That was the part you just showed us now, the advanced site permission.
How do I get there? Can you tell me? Just direct me.
Okay, from coming.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I wasn't really following that part. I'm sorry.
Okay. So I'm going to show you again.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you again.
I think I can direct you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Please do.
So you click on the settings icon at the top right of the screen.
Okay.
You click on site permissions.
Okay. Okay.
Click on advanced permission settings.
Okay.
And
All right, just hold on, still loading.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you click on grant permissions at the top left of the screen.
Mm-hmm. Good. So you put in the email. You
Yeah, you
select
put in the
you
email.
select the permission you want, and then you share. So that's how you give access to the whole site to an external. All right. Be it as far as the person is shared from here, they'll have access to that particular site in total. Right. So that means somebody was able to get it. So far, like I said, I don't want to rush you guys, because with any organization, this is like a very important like part, files and folders, permission, security of files. So I'm not going to rush you. For today, I want you guys to ask me questions based on what I've explained. Ask me questions. Anyone. There's nothing called a stupid question. Every question is a question. So please, you guys should go ahead. Ask me a question. Only if you want to tell me you understand everything, like without a doubt. So I want you guys to tell me. Ask me questions. Ibika, you always ask a question.
I have a question.
Okay.
Okay. So my question is that when you are moving file from one site to another, and then one of the file or some files are now missing, that you are unable to see it in the site you are moving from, and you're unable to see it in the site you are moving, what can you do?
First of all, your question is not realistic. Do you know I say that? You say you are moving the file. You are seeing the file, that's why you're able to move it. So what do you mean when you move a file and you're not seeing it? You are seeing the file, that's why you're able to move it. So can you rephrase the question? Maybe you didn't rephrase it well.
Okay, you have two SharePoint sites, site A, site B. And then you decide to move, you right click on the let's say a folder in SharePoint site, and you decide to use the move functionality, and then you decide to move it to another SharePoint site. And let's say you have a sub site or folder there. You navigate to the library, and then you select the library, the
And you
targeted library, and then you
move
move.
it.
And then let's say you were doing this to several folders, and then after the move completed, you now go to a particular folder that you notice that you used to have files in it, and you are unable to see these files therein.
All right. So one thing I want you to know is that files will not just disappear, right? One, the thing that will make you not see a file that you put somewhere is either it has been moved, maybe by mistake, by somebody that has access to that files too. Let me say, for instance, now, I gave Emmanuel today access to my site, and by mistake, Emmanuel moved a folder or a file to a different location. Me now, I will not really know that Emmanuel moved it until when I come and notice that that file is not there. That's scenario one. The second scenario is if the file was deleted by mistake, right? If the file was deleted by mistake, there are two places you can check for it. You can check for it on the first stage recycle bin. This first stage, let me show it to you. So we have two stages of recycle bin. If the files was deleted, it will definitely be in either the first stage or second stage. Now this is the first stage. The first stage hold your file, your deleted file, for 30 days before it goes to the second stage. The second stage also hold your file for another extra 30 days before that file gets deleted permanently, right? So this is the second stage. So your files cannot just disappear. Now, if your files, okay, let's now assume that your file just disappear. You don't know where it is. You can always come here. If you know the name of that file, search for it here. Are you hearing me? Now, if you know the name of that file, search for it here. If it doesn't bring you a result, that's where you now fall to what they call content search, which I explained that you can do on compliance portal. You can run a content search for that site, for that particular folder or file. Do you know what a content search is?
Yes.
Good. So you can run the content search. If the file exists in that site, it will pull it out for you, and you can download it and restore it. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
The only
However,
time, okay, go
you
ahead.
answered the question. However,
Mhm.
what if the content search did not bring up anything?
It means that that file is deleted. It's either it has been deleted since that you do not know, because it's not possible for your files to just disappear like that. It's either it was moved or deleted. And if it's deleted, you will see it on your recycle bin, either first stage or second stage. If you don't
So,
see it in content search, that file has been permanently deleted.
so in that case, is there a way to know what deleted it or who deleted it or?
Yes, when you delete a file, when the file is deleted, like this one now, let's check this one. Let's check this one. Let's delete this file now. Emmanuel. Let's delete Emmanuel. Let's delete. Now, if you go to recycle bin, you see this file. Did you see this option?
Yeah.
You see by screen? What do you see there? Deleted by.
Yeah. This person.
So yeah. So if it's deleted, you will see the person here, the time, right? They'll tell you the details here. Only if
No,
it's not deleted.
I'm not. I'm talking of the content search result that you will get. How can you
Content
know?
search is not for show you who deleted. It's for helping you to extract. That's what content search does.
Okay.
So if you want to see who deleted and all that, there's something they call audit log. you can run audit log. So that one can show you more details, right?
Okay. Thank
So
you.
did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Ibika,
Thank you
I
so
don't I
much.
don't I know you will ask the question.
Not really. I just missed one
Okay.
part, so I just need
All right.
some clarification.
Okay.
For the team creation when we
Mm-hmm.
are um is this synchronizing it
Mm-hmm.
to team.
Mm-hmm.
So because like on my normal team, I can actually create a group
Mm-hmm.
too. So
Mm-hmm.
can I do it in a vice versa to link it to the team that I've created in the SharePoint so that any file I drop in that group, it will automatically save.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
in the SharePoint. Yeah.
so the question you asked is a very good question. That is why they put the option for you to create a site and choose the type of site you want to create. So if you want your site to be integrated with your team,
Mm,
you have to create a team site. Now that site will automatically create a group for you. That group will carry the name of that site so that you can be able to identify which group is this. Do you understand?
mm,
Now, there's a way to actually like link an already existing group with a site that's not a team site, but that is like a long process.
okay.
Sure, you understand?
Yeah.
So the advice is to create a team site
Mm,
and then integrate it. That should like go very smoothly. You saw the way I created a file. I shared a file.
mm,
It showed up on the site. That's the advantage. It helps you to back up your file. So if we are you now, if you are on a team and you share a file, that file will be automatically backed up on the site. That's the advantage. The
okay.
other type of site now that does not have team, there's nothing like that. It's only what you share
Mm,
on the cloud. That's the only thing that is on the cloud, right?
mm, yeah.
So that's the difference.
Mm, yeah. Thank you so much.
All right, Gabriel.
Okay, my question is this. Um, can you just tell us more about this audit of a team? Because if a document is being deleted and we want to know when it was deleted, or maybe a document has been renamed, and we're trying
Mm-hmm.
to know when it was renamed, who renamed it, how can we go about that?
So
Can you
that's
explain?
yeah. So that's like I said, is that's like an advanced kind of level. It's called an audit log. It's done from the compliance admin center, right? So I'm going to show you, but for now, just know that it's possible to use audit log to get from information. We'll show you because we are still getting there. So I'm going to show you how to use audit log generally. It's not only for email, it's not only for SharePoint. You can use it for email, you can use it for any activity in the organization. Do you understand? So for now, if you want to know like if a file got deleted, go to recycle bin. If you see the file there, you will see who deleted it. But for audit log, when we get to compliance, I will show it to you. All right. So that audit log, you can use it for anything. You can use it to search for like who deleted the user, what time. You can use it to search for who deleted an email. You can use it to search for anything. So like that's why I say I'll teach you generally. You understand? So it will not look like it's only used for SharePoint. No, it's not only used for SharePoint. You can use it to search for any activity. Do you understand? So when we get to compliance, I'll teach you. I'll show it to you. Is that okay?
Yes, it's okay. Yes. Got
All
it.
right.
Thanks.
So who is next? Gabriel. Okay, I think Chris. Chris is the next person.
I wanted
Hey,
to ask. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. I wanted to ask, how do we run a content search?
Okay. How to say? Should I just roll through it, or we should wait till where you get to compliance?
Okay. So
Okay. You know what? Let me just roll through it sharply.
Okay.
Just because everybody might have that question in mind. So let me just quickly show you. So you do that from purview. Purview. So we will do a search now for a particular folder. Maybe this one. Maybe this one. We'll search for it. So here now, this is the purview. Type content search. It's enter. So this is it. You click here. Okay. So here now, you have to first of all create a case. You create a case. Now, what's the case? We'll say content. Let's name it SharePoint search. Create. Now, after creating the case, you don't come back create a search. So I'll show you how it works. So that this is the case. So that we create a search. So let's create a search. We'll do let's do SharePoint search too. Then create. So this is the search now. So you can create multiple search under a case. So that case is just like a title. Let's say you want that particular case now. Whatever search you do under that case is for SharePoint. You can name that case SharePoint. So here you click on add source. Add source means where you want to search for. So here, enter name, email address, or URL. So we're going to copy that site URL where we want to search for something. So this is M365. So I'll copy the site. So let's copy the site. This is fine. So come back here. This is site. You search for it. So it should pull up the site now. So you can see this is the site. You select it and then save or close. You save or close. Then if you want to look for a particular file or folder, you come here and use keyword. So this here now, the keyword you're looking for is Emmanuel. Emmanuel is one. Emmanuel is one. Right? Okay, use one. So after doing that now, you run query. So if it is going to pull up this particular folder, if you should see the folder, you can download it. You can export it, download it, and then upload it back into the site. That is if you are looking for the folder and you cannot find it. You can always use a context search. If you're looking for email, you can use context search. So let's wait and see the result. So let's see if it's going to pull up that file, that folder. So it's still searching. Okay. So it says 0 batches. Why? I don't know. Maybe because it's deleted. Let's restore it and see. Okay. Or let's do this. Hold on. I'll come in. So let me remove condition. Let's run query. Let's wait and see what is going to pull out. Sorry, I'm taking you guys' time. I just want to, show some people because I know the reason why he asked about this is probably he wants to like go and practice it on his own before we get to that stage. But it's good if you know it. So it depends on the level of the size of your files. So if you have a lot of files and you want to run a content search, right? You have to be very patient. You have to be a patient person because the search can run for even up to 10 minutes or 20. So right now, these are what it can find on this site, right? So how do I get it? I'll click on export. So I'll give the export a name, my files, my files. So I export it. Now, let's say I export this file now. I'll be able to download it right? Every file that is on that site, I'll be able to download it as a zip file. So I can have a backup of it. So if I go back here, and I click on SharePoint search, I'll go to export. So the export is still in progress. As soon as this export gets to completed, right, we'll be able to download it. If you click here, you'll see the download option. So I hope you're understanding what I'm doing. Who asked the question again? Who asked the question? Okay. But I hope you see what I'm doing. So once this gets to, once this is complete now, you click on it and you download. Once you download it, that's how you get a file or a content that you have run. We can get the file as a zip file. If it is email, you get it as PST. Okay. So I don't want to waste much time. All right. So we'll still talk about this, but not today. Maybe a different day, so that we don't waste time. I hope that's fine. I hope that's okay.
Yes, that's
Yes.
fine.
All right.
Yes. Yes.
So we'll still do it. Don't worry. I'll still teach you how to do content search properly, so that you will see how exactly it works and exactly how you export your file, download them, just in case you have issue. Maybe looking for a file, looking for email, whatever it is. So I think that's all for today, and we'll continue tomorrow. We'll still be on SharePoint tomorrow because there's still a lot. There's still a lot. We are just in the beginning, and I don't want to like rush. I want you guys to understand very well. Okay. So that being said, I'll say we'll see tomorrow and have a lovely night rest. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
You're
you very
welcome. You're welcome. So you
Thank
guys
you.
can drop the meeting now. You can drop off now.
Thank you.
Welcome.